Hello. Never mind. That's the wrong scene. Hello. Sorry. My scene display does not work nicely when we change player counts. We're back for part 3 of a short little part of actual play on the Ancients, and we're going to move to the Void Jumper, and we'll and then once we move the liminal there, we'll see what's in store for us after that. So after a narrow escape from the Federation, sorry, Callisto.
I like how Nebo is probably like sleeping through all of that.
I imagine Nebo also being like trying to contact them and be like, I think this has been a mistake. I'm an administrator. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think we leave the Alright Federation peacefully, but that's all good. You zoom out of there. The next location that we're going to is the Void Jumper, and the prompt is I'm gonna have to zoom in again to read. The hospitality of researcher Sissia, thank you. And the locations are astrometrics, what lies ahead, the helm, how we found our way, the cabin, the sound of the ship, and the galley, a mentor. So I think this is just a ship that we sort of rendezvous with in space. Jay, would you like to move the liminal?
All right.
I'd like me to. All right.
I think the Void Jumper, the space around it, maybe it's dark. The starlight is sparse here. Not many stars to see. Maybe this is a section of space where, it is void of starlight for the duration that you're here. So the light that we see comes from this ship, and maybe it's pretty large. The ship is, but that's all that's in this section of space when we arrive. And what I'd like to say, you can stop me if I'm going too far, is the liminal arrives. We see how dark it is, how void the area really is. We see the little bit of light from the Void Jumper, and then we immediately see the Urati ship arrive right behind us.
I love it.
Nice. They did not give up pursuit easily. We sort of made enemies all along the way. Very cool. I dig it.
We're gonna be like Serenity, where Mal brings his ship through, and then immediately like 100 other ships.
That's right. Right. That's how we will. Right. That's how we'll defeat the Federation, is with 1,000 Reavers that are chasing us. Cool. Do you? Well, I'm trying to do this time management thing. Jen, do you feel up for? You're the farthest east coast. Do you feel up for doing a scene or two, or you want to call it there and we'll pick back up next time?
I could go either way. I'm definitely lower energy myself. I don't know that I need to frame a scene for myself. But if either of you has a strong feeling and definitely wants to establish like a scene now, I am up for participating, just not leading.
Cool. Sounds good. I am also of the fading, just because it's been kind of a doozy of a week. So I think that's a great image to close off on. That
right.
We arrive and the Federation ships arrive right after us.
Right.
And I think that's a great end of session scene. So
perfect.
If that works for you, cool. All right. I'm gonna leave this scene up rather than doing the heads up, because the heads up will display us with like half of my head gone, and do our closing outs here. Um, uh, Jay, why don't you tell us where people can find you on the internets, and what sort of things you're working on? If there's anything else that you hadn't mentioned. Actually, say it anyway now, because somebody who's watching this might not have seen the intro. So
Oh, gotcha.
you talked about it. Just say it again. And
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm mostly on G+. Mad J Brown is where you can find me. I'm working on Clockwinders for Fate and Cortex Prime Supers. Those are the two projects I've got going on right now as a freelance writer.
Very cool. How about you, Jen?
Yep, I am on G+ and Facebook and jankcast.com. We still occasionally record. We just recorded one last weekend, so we'll have a new one coming out.
Nice.
And yeah, working mostly on this, and then I have a LARP that I'm working on, which is Manic Pixie Dream Girls Anonymous. So.
Yeah, how are both of those going? To me, this feels like you're in like packaging mode, right? Like the game is done, and you're just trying to figure out how it goes from a game to a product kind of thing.
Right. I have some like fabric samples ordered of the big giant map of this game, of Autumn of the Ancients, and so I'm hoping that they turn out okay, because having it printed on fabric is, like, while not being cheap, is at least easy with the place that I went with. So if I can't do that, I don't know what we'll do, and we'll have to figure out some other way to do a map, or we'll have to change the map. I don't want to change the map because I love the map. So
yeah, the map's amazing.
But yeah, this game like is basically done. There's a little bit of editing left to do, but that won't take us particularly long. We play tested it a bunch. I'm really happy with, we added a few like prompts and stuff, and like changed a few things here and there that weren't working how we wanted them to. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Manic Pixie Dream Girls Anonymous, I'm playtesting at definitely Breakout, probably Dreamation, although I still have not signed up to run the game, and I think that closes in like 2 days, so I really should do the thing.
Do the thing.
I meant to revise it last year, actually, November, and then I was sick the whole month, and then life happens. So
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I bet I know they deal with a lot of sort of last minute things. So yeah, I'm
well,
sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely offer it at Breakout, which is only 3 weeks after Dreamation. So like I might bring it to Dreamation, and then just if people have time, then I'll do that. But I'll maybe do it off book or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Cool. Sounds awesome. I'm Sean Nittner. You can find me at Sean Nittner pretty much everywhere. Gmail, Facebook, dice.camp, Twitter, etc. I am on the verge of announcing a bunch of things that are coming out through Evil Hat, but I can't talk about any of them just yet. Oh, I can think about one. Greedy Dragons is our very cool new card game that's coming out next month, and it's about dragons all splitting up the horde. And it's a game where each player has a little horde tableau that shows where treasure goes, and you can play a card into anyone else's horde, and so you can be like, oh, you got all the treasure, which is going to me. And there's this very fun tableau manipulation, and the treasure is of undefined value until the end. So there's some uncertainty throughout it. It also plays very cool in teams where you can you play with the person opposite you, and so you're trying to direct treasure to them or to you or away from the others. It's very, very fun in that regard. So I'm excited about that coming out. It was made by a guy I met like 15 years ago and played Magic the Gathering with, and then it's like small world, right? So that's cool. But in more exciting news, it's Jay's birthday week right now, and so we should all say happy birthday, Jay, and send Jay love on G+, and be like, happy birthday, because we do that. That's the thing we do on Actual Play. We celebrate our birthdays. So For YouTube, sorry. Yeah, thanks. Chats in the spirit. Cool. And I think that's all. We don't have a schedule for this, but next week in more or less this time slot, we're going to be starting up Gold by Moonlight. So that will be very cool too. And we'll let people know on the Twitch event page when the other games are being scheduled. So
I was gonna say, I feel like Void Jumper, and then we get one location branch. So we have 3 total locations left, which
Okay.
we could do in one if we wanted, if we were quick about it.
yeah, that feels like it's a session, possibly 2 if we really chew up
Yeah.
the scenery. But
Right.
Cool. Well, thanks all.
I feel like the second to last locations are all sort of sad or ominous, so you don't like to linger on those.
This place is sad. Yeah, well, I don't think that the Federation had to be sad, but we kind of just made it
Right.
sad and violent.
We did. It was great.
It was good times. All right. Thanks both of you. It was super fun playing, and
Nice.
thanks Banana for hanging with us in the first part.
Yes.
And, thank you, chat.
Sorry about the head bumps on the space ride.
All right. Good night, all.